joining us. Have a seat. Hi, Rebecca. How's it going?
It's going great.
Good. Thank you. Have a seat. Hi, Devin. How's it going?
Great.
All right, come on in. Have a seat. I'm doing well. Thank you.
Oh.
All right. Oh, okay. So, you guys are probably wondering why you're here in this little small group. We've chosen a few select students that we really want to introduce to a new program that we're going to have going on here at Star King. It's going to be a ladies and gentlemen's club. Okay, so it's a pretty cool little program that we have going on. The first thing that I want to talk to you guys about, being in a small group counseling, there's some guidelines, right? So we're in a counseling office, we're going to share feelings, we're going to share thoughts, that type of stuff. So there are going to be some guidelines, okay? So I have this poster right here for you guys. And the first thing that I want to talk about is all participants observe confidentiality. So we know confidentiality in like a CSI kind of way. We can't tell anything about the case, right? But when we're in a group counseling setting, it doesn't mean that you guys can't talk amongst each other. It just means that you can't share what somebody else in the group said outside of the group setting. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, so you can share what you'd like that you said outside of the group session, but just you want to keep everyone else's thoughts and feelings private, okay? Okay, so what are some ways that you think that we could maintain that confidentiality? Some things that we could do. Devin?
We could not gossip.
Not gossip? Yeah, that would be great. That's a really good idea. That's a really great idea. Okay, what else?
Tell friends or family members outside of the session.
So that, yeah, definitely don't tell friends, family members outside of the session. Like, again, you can share your own thoughts and feelings that came out of this session. Okay, awesome. So what's a way for me to preserve that confidentiality as a counselor?
Not talk about us in the teacher's room.
Yeah, so not talk about what we discussed here in the teacher's room. If I see a teacher in the hallway, absolutely, I'll say, hey, you know what? They are making great progress. They're doing a great job. I'm really impressed with what I'm seeing, right? But I'm not going to share any details, okay? Number 2, we're going to have it where only one person speaks at a time, okay? When we're discussing, when we're doing this kind of stuff, there will be time when we play games, things like that, where you guys can kind of shout out, do a little bit like that. But when we're sharing thoughts and feelings in those things, I'd like it where only one person speaking at a time, okay? Showing respect for our peers. Number 3, everybody has the opportunity to share. You know, we might be discussing sports or professional athletes and that type of stuff. And Devin, you might have all your favorite professional athletes coming up, right? But we want to make sure that the ladies have a chance to share as well, okay? Okay. Number 4, I think this one is very important. No put-downs allowed, right? We all have a right to our opinions and our thoughts, and we want people to respect our thoughts, our opinions, so we need to respect theirs as well, okay? Number 5, all participants will treat each other with respect. So how can we show participants respect? What's a way that we can show each other respect?
By not laughing about what others have to say.
Right. Not laughing about what others have to say, not making them feel bad about themselves, okay?
Not rolling our eyes at things we don't
Right.
agree with.
Right, exactly. Kind of, if you don't have anything nice to say, that one, don't say anything at all. Perfect. And then last one, group members will have opportunities to develop other guidelines. So you guys, in this room, we're a team, and we're going to work together to kind of develop over the next 3 weeks. So one thing, you know, I have my first 5 here. I want to see if you guys have any other guidelines that you'd like to add to this list. Let's try to keep it, you know, if it kind of fits in with respect, let's try to, you know, kind of umbrella it as opposed to kind of getting cumbersome, okay? Do you guys have any other guidelines that you guys would like to add?
I think that's really good, yeah.
Okay, perfect. And throughout the sessions, if you guys think you want anything else, feel free to raise a hand or tap me on the shoulder and let me know, okay? So, one thing about this session is that you guys, I know you're all from the same grade, I know you're all from the 6th grade, but I want to start with an icebreaker activity, okay? So this icebreaker activity, I have a couple photos here. And keeping in mind what this group session is, remember we're the Ladies and Gentlemen's Club, I want you to think about these photos of these 3 famous influential people and how they might demonstrate being a lady or a gentleman, or what these 3 people might have in common, okay? So the first one that I have here is Taylor Swift, okay? So what does it quote say on there? It says, can you read that for me, Kimberly?
No matter what happens in life, be good to people. Being good to people is a wonderful legacy to leave behind.
All right, perfect. So we have Taylor Swift, and this one we got 2 for our money, right? Who do we have in this photo, Devin?
LeBron James and Stephen Curry.
Right, we have LeBron James and Stephen Curry. What are they doing in this photo?
Shaking hands.
They're shaking hands, right? Okay. And then this last one here, we have Miss Michelle Obama, and she is addressing a crowd, and she has her eyes on them. She is smiling. So what do these 3 people have in common, Rebecca?
One, that they're famous, and I think that people really like them.
People really like them?
Yeah.
Okay, so what do you think are some contributing factors to people really liking them?
Well, people really like sports, and so, and I think these 2 are good sports players. So people appreciate the talent that they have.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So appreciate the talent that they have. What do you think, Devin?
I think that they're able to capture their audience wherever they go.
Okay.
I think that what makes them, I guess you would say, superstars in their own avenue of what they do, whether it's sports, singing, or being the first lady.
Right. Exactly. So they're able to capture their audience. People really like them. They're good, positive people. And it's kind of interesting that we have the first lady, we have some superstar athletes, and then we have a superstar, international superstar musician, singer, right? So these 3 people, yeah, exactly. That's what I thought was so interesting, is that all walks of life, we can all be good people, and we can all make choices that help other people, and that other people see as influential. Okay, so who are some people that you guys know that are influential in your life?
Other than parents?
It could be parents, it could be a teacher, it could be someone who's famous.
My mom.
Your mom?
Yeah.
Okay. What are some characteristics of your mom that make her so influential in your life?
She's a go-getter. She never gives up, and she's still a college student herself.
Okay.
So I like the fact that mom goes to college.
Yeah, awesome. So she always tries her best. Yeah. She's incredibly proactive.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome.
I would say my brother, my older brother.
Okay. Awesome.
He has his own business, and he also is the youngest man.
Kimberly, so it sounds like your brother is a real stand-up guy. He probably, have you ever seen him when he interacts with other adults? Does he shake their hand and look them in the eyes?
Looks them in the eyes,
Yeah.
talks really clearly, stands up straight.
Right.
Lots of confidence.
Yeah, so he's someone who you could definitely look up to. Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Devin, do you have someone that you can think of off the top of your head that's real influential?
I would say my father.
Mm-hmm.
He's been a great protector, provider, always a gentleman towards my mother, and always, making sure opening doors and how to treat a lady. So I've been able to learn a lot from him and seeing the things that he's able to do.
That's awesome. Wow, that's really nice. I know that opening doors, have you guys ever heard the word chivalrous? Right, so a lot of you'll actually learn about it next year in your history class. You'll learn about medieval Europe and chivalry, and so that's basically just having manners, being a moral human being, being polite, opening doors, things like that. Okay, awesome. So one thing that I want to do just real quick, I know this session seems like it kind of went by fast. After spending this little bit of time together, and you guys did an excellent job, by the way, in communicating, and I noticed that you guys all, when one person was talking, you guys were listening, you had eye contact on the speaker, so that's excellent. And so with that being said, I'm not sure if you guys are going to want to add any guidelines now at this point after our first session has gone over. Pretty good with these ones still?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. So I'm going to meet again with you guys next week. We are going to do basically the same thing, same amount of time, and then I'm going to have an activity plan for you. But before you guys go, I actually printed up and had these made for you guys, official Ladies and Gentlemen Club business cards. And on these business cards, there's a couple reminders, and there's actually a club motto. The club motto that we came up with for this club is be kind, be cool. And then there's some reminders: shake hands, eye contact, communicate clearly, open doors, yes please and no thank you, help others, and always try your best. And those were some of the things, believe it or not, when you guys were talking about those influential people, you guys all pretty much covered these. So you've had a role model to show you what these are. So on the back, these are your reminders, and then on the back, what I'd like for you guys to do is throughout the week, and I'm going to be keeping in contact with your parents and your teachers throughout the week, I'd like you to see how many signatures you can get, how many stamps on your card you can get. And then when you guys come back next week, if you reach a goal that you set for yourself, if you can get all 6 of these stamps, which means 6 out of the next 7 days, you get a signature, I'll have a prize for you guys, okay? So, and also down at the bottom, there's a signature line. So every lady and every gentleman has a signature. So I'd like you guys to go ahead and make sure you sign your name down at the bottom, okay? Here's one for you.
Thank you.
There you go.
Thank you.
And then lastly, so for a follow-up activity, I know you guys are kind of tired of homework, but this homework's not going to be too difficult. Basically, what I'd like for you guys to do is next week, I'd like you to come prepared with 3 of your own influential people, okay? It can be a photo of you and your brother, a photo of you and your dad. It could be, I had a couple other famous people in mind. Maybe if you bring some of those in. So I want you to come with the same activity like I just did for you today. And next week when you come back in, you're going to take on the role of the facilitator, and you're going to share your influential people with your group, okay? So that's what it's going to be for next week. And then also, again, with your business cards, come prepared with those, okay?
Okay.
All right. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Bye.
Thank you, Rebecca. Thank you, Devin.
Thank you.